Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stella Rose and today we are doing a Shop My Stash and it's on Saturday. So I try to do a Shop My Stash every week. My Shop My Stashes are a compilation of what I wore on my face to that day. So like today, we're gonna go over what's on my face first. Then we're gonna go over everything else that's in the makeup drawer. Then we are going to go shop my stash, and then I'll show you the after effect of what we've chosen and what it looks like in my drawer. So if you're ready to watch, let's go ahead and get right into it. First things first, what I have on my face is the Colourpop Strawberry Shake palette. I absolutely love this palette. It looks super cute. We've got some berry tones. We've got a couple of shimmers. I have this one on my face and I'm absolutely loving my eye look today. It looks really good. I have tried this. I think I wore this 2 days out of the week. And I really enjoy this palette. If you notice that my lighting is different, yes, I just realized that my ring light wasn't on, so I turned it on. So you'll see that there's a little bit of a difference. So anywho, let's continue along. And the next thing I have on my face is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I have the shade 5. This is in one of my project pans and it will be staying in the drawer. The next thing I have is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist, and I'm doing quite well on this if I do my ad. I absolutely love the way this smells. It's a coconut scent and it works so good. I absolutely just love spraying it on my face. It smells good, it feels refreshing, feels like my makeup is getting a little bit of a refresh and everything, so I do enjoy using that. That is also in one of my project pans and will be staying in the drawer as well. Next, I have the Benefit Give Me Brow Pencil in the shade, not pencil, Brow Wand in the shade 4. It looks like this, a super cute wand. The only downside, I don't know why, but look at my writing and everything. It's really coming off and I don't know why. So it's getting all messed up on the back here, if you can see that. Like, it looks ridiculous, but I absolutely love this brow wand, and I use it in conjunction with this Real Her brow pencil. It works really well. I have both of these on my eyes today. And next, I have the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Mascara. I love the wand. I love the way it looks on my eyes. It definitely brings out my lashes. They look super nice when I have it on. Like, can you see? Like, they look pretty wispy and everything, and that's all I have on, and I only have one layer or one coat on. So if I do say so myself, I think that it is a really, really good mascara. Right now it's my holy grail and I don't want to use it up, but it's in one of my project pans. So I have to use it up anyway within 3 months because then they go bad. So it's good that I have it in one of my project pans, I guess. I don't want it to be gone, but I know that they have to. The next items that I have are some eye pencils, or an eyelining pencil and an eyeliner, a liquid liner. And this is the Araceli Ojos Perfectos liquid eyeliner. And then this is the Ofra eyeliner in black. And I use the liquid liner on my top lashes and to get that wing. And then I use the pencil on the bottom because otherwise this will get into my eyes. It'll get messy. It'll stream down my face. It'll look disgusting, and so that is why I do it that way. The next thing I have is from e.l.f. It is the Shimmering Highlighting Powder in the shade Pearl Glow. It is a white highlighter. It looks like this, and it's got a really nice sheen to it. It is pretty blinding, if you can see that. I do like it. That is what I have on today, if you can tell right here. So I do like that. The next thing I have on my lips is the Pat McGrath Skin Sane lipstick. Looks like that. I'll swatch it for you real quick. It looks like that. I do enjoy a nice nude lip color. I have been growing more lately into going like to a nude color lippy, and I'm really enjoying them. I didn't think I was going to, and then I started using them, and then I was like, oh wow, like they look really good. So I think that one is a really good color for me. The next thing I have is this concealer from e.l.f. It is the Hydrating Camo Concealer in Fair Beige. It is in one of my project pans. I absolutely love this as soon as it is done. Well, not as soon, because I have so many concealers right now. So when I get through most of my concealers, I will repurchase this one. This is such a great concealer. It works well under my eyes. That's where I'm wearing it today. I don't have it in here today. I didn't highlight. I didn't cover some of my stuff that I probably should have, but oh well, things happen. But I really, really like this concealer, and it is in one of my project pans, like I think I said, and so it will be staying in my drawer. The next thing I have is the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Setting Powder, and it looks like this, and I absolutely love it. This is my second one, so I've gone through a whole one, and it didn't take me too long to pan that, so I'm trying to see how long it's going to take me to pan this one, since I've already panned one before. As far as I can tell, it's not taking as little a time as it did before, so it's taking a little bit longer than I did the last time, but I also have more powder in my collection right now that I'm using, so it goes both ways. But this is in one of my project pans, so it will be staying in my makeup drawer for the next week. The next item I have is this Buxom Staycation Vibes Primer Infused Bronzer and Rooftop Tan. Looks like this. It's got a really cute print on there. It's got two tones in there. And I don't know. I like it, but I don't. I feel like this is more like a summer bronzer, and so I feel like I should just use this during the summer and stay away from it at least during the winter and whatnot, because I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. Next, we have this Patrick Ta blush, and this is in the shade She's Sincere, and I actually kind of like this color. I didn't think I was going to. I got it, and then I looked at it when I received it, and I was like, I think that's gonna be like too bronzy for me, but I think it looks really good on my cheeks today. I've used it quite a few times this last week, and I have no qualms about it. I really like it. I really like it, and that's what it looks like after a little bit of use. So the next thing, I was hoping that I was going to use up this week. I don't think I did. So it's going to obviously be in my collection for another week and everything. But this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer. It is so close to being done, if not maybe one more use. But I absolutely love this. I already have a backup. Not going to open my backup until I have a lot more of my primers that are done, but it's a really, really good primer. And it will be staying in my makeup drawer. Okay, so that is everything that was on my face. Now let's get into everything else that was in the drawer for this last week. The first thing I had from the drawer in this last week was this Colourpop Ladybird Super Shock eyeshadow. I love this color. It is so gorgeous. It looks so stunning when you put it on, and it just, oh, look at that. Like, that is just gorgeous. It looks wet, it looks gorgeous and everything. So this is actually in one of my project pans, so it will also be staying in my drawer for this next week. The next item I have is the Oolala palette from Colourpop, and it looks like this. I used it a couple of times. I really like this shimmer right here, and this Moonstruck one down here. It's kind of got a little different tones on it. It's really pretty. So it's like a more orangey yellow, but kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but I like it. But anyway, I used this a couple of times and I really like this palette, but it will be going back this next week. The next palette I have is from Natasha Denona. This is the Love palette. I love this palette. Like, these colors are so gorgeous. They look absolutely amazing. And I just, the pink sparkle shimmer is like my favorite. But it is going to be going back for this next week. But I will tell you a spoiler, I will be bringing it back for Valentine's Day. So next week, I will be bringing that palette back into my Shop My Stash for the next week. The next palette I have is this Truly Madly Deeply palette from Colourpop. It is in one of my project pans. I've used it a couple of times, and then I used these shimmers quite a few times this week. I don't have it on my eyes today. I actually should have probably put some of it on today. I did not think about it. I would have put this color or maybe even this color on because I have a pink look, and I'm kind of disappointed in myself now. I didn't put this on my eyes, but oh well, it's okay. I used it quite a lot last week. So, but this is going to be going back into the drawer because it is in one of my project pans. The next item I have in my everyday makeup drawer for this last week was the Storybook Cosmetics Little Briar Rose palette. And I have a couple of the shades that are in here in a project pan, so it will be staying in my drawer. And I am absolutely loving this palette. This is actually, I think, one of my first eyeshadow palettes that I had when I first started my collection up again for makeup. And so it's kind of a sentimental palette for me, but I am project panning it. So, because like I said, I've had it for a little bit, so I want to, you know, try to use some of the colors up. The next item I have is this Colourpop Super Shock, what's it called? Super Shock highlighter and Manifest That. It looks like this. It's like a pinky gold color. I absolutely love this color. It is so gorgeous. And it looks like this right here is where it is. Loving this color. It's pink. I didn't think that I was gonna like the Super Shock formula, but I have actually grown to like it a little bit more than I thought I would. And so I really enjoyed using it. I think I only used it one time though this last week, which is kind of disappointing. But it's okay. I mean, I have a lot of other stuff in my collection. So unfortunately, sometimes things go that way and it's only used one time. So it's just kind of a reminder that you need to use your stuff a little bit more. The next thing I have in my everyday makeup drawer for this last week was the Marc Jacobs Omega Tantastic bronzer. And I absolutely love this bronzer. It is one of my favorite bronzers, and I have it in my project pan, so it will be staying in the drawer for the next week. The next item I have is a Jeffree Star product. It is in the shade Rose. It is their powder, magic powder or something like that. I don't remember what it's called, but it has like a berry scent to it, which is kind of, I feel like it's kind of weird for a powder to smell like a berry, but it's not a bad smell, so I'm not hating on it with the smell. I just think it's just different. But I like that powder. It's a pretty good powder, it sets my makeup really well. But if you don't like Jeffree Star, I wouldn't recommend it, obviously. The next item I have is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Resi highlighter. I freaking love this highlighter. Oh my goodness. Like, it is so gorgeous. I cannot stand it. It is this middle shade right here. Look at that. I mean, look at all three of these. Like, dang, girl. These colors are gorgeous. Just saying. This is in my project pan, so it will be staying in this next week. The next item I have is the Tarte Seduced Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush, and I like this blush a lot. It reminds me a little bit of the Patrick Ta She's Sincere blush that I had, and I really like this shade, and it's in my project pan, so I will be keeping it in the drawer for another week. The next item I have is this Smashbox Photo Finish Setting Spray, and it is also in one of my project pans. I don't mind this one. It's not like my favorite. It's not like my go-to. I don't want to like just grab it and be like, oh my gosh, I love this so much, like I do with one of my other ones. But it's not a bad one. I do like it. It's also in my project pan, so it will be staying in for another week. The next item I have is this Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer in the shade Ivory Rose. I do enjoy this concealer. I have it on quite a bit this last week. It's an interesting applicator. It's flat. It's more, I don't know how to describe it. It's not circular. It's like compacted on one side. But I do enjoy this. It is in my project pan, so I will be keeping it in for the next week. The next few items are also going to be staying as well. The next item I have is this Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer in the shade Fair 20N. And I do enjoy this. It's not something that I really like to grab and go to. It's not something I gravitate towards or anything like that. It's just an okay concealer, but it is in my project pan, so it will be staying. The next item I have is this Tatcha, the liquid silk canvas, and this is the primer that I have just put into one of my project pans, and I don't know how I feel about this yet. So I can't form an opinion at the moment. I think I only used it one time, so it will, well, it's in one of my project pans, so it has to stay in. The next item I have is this Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. And I'm not sure how I feel about this one either. I mean, it definitely illuminates. It does what the name says it's supposed to do. It definitely illuminates your skin. If you want an illuminating primer, this is definitely something I highly suggest. If you want something more than just an illuminating primer, I guess put that on under this one, but I still recommend this one for an illuminating primer. That is also in my project pan and will be staying in the next week's makeup drawer. The next item I have is from Clinique. This is the Even Better Glow Light Reflecting Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF 15 Foundation. Yes, that was a mouthful. It is in the shade CN28 or Ivory, and it looks like this. I do enjoy this foundation. It definitely gives my skin a glow. I don't have anything bad to say about it, but I don't really like, I mean, it's not something that I really want to repurchase. It's fine. It's a good foundation. There's nothing bad about it that I can say. It does transfer a little bit on your mask. And obviously, I mean, my mask is on my face like all day at work and everything, so it's going to transfer a little bit. But it's not bad. It's a good foundation. Like I said, I wouldn't necessarily want to go out and purchase it and be like, oh my gosh, I have to have this in my collection. It's not one of those foundations. But it is in my project pan, so it will be staying again in the makeup drawer for the next week. The next two items are, well, let's just do one at a time. The next one is the Eyeshadow Black Magic Liquid Eyeliner, and I enjoyed this eyeliner. It's one of my good eyeliners that I have, and it is waterproof as well, so that's nice to have, so it doesn't, you know, smear all over your face. The next item I have is the Lime Life by Alcone Perfect Mascara. It has a weird smell to it that I can't quite put my finger on, but I do enjoy this on my bottom lashes, and I think it looks really good, but it will also be going back into my collection. Okay, we're coming down to the final 3 items that are in my drawer. So the first one is this Tom Ford Lippie. This is a bright red lipstick. Looks like that. And it is in the shade Scarlet Rouge. The next one I have is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. And the Jeffree Star, the gloss in Succulent. So that is everything that was in my makeup drawer and also on my face. I hope you enjoyed watching this portion. Now we're gonna get into the Shop My Stash. Okay, so now we're in the Shop My Stash portion, and we have already picked out the palettes for this next week. My wife actually helped me pick them for this next week. So the first one is the Cloud Spun Colourpop palette. It looks like this, super pretty, really excited about the glitter. I haven't used this palette yet, so I am anxious to use it. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait. I'm really looking forward to that color right there. Just saying, like, it is absolutely adorable. The next one is the Star Wars Mandalorian palette, The Child, and I haven't used this one either, so I am anxious to use this one as well. There's some really pretty colors in here, and I can't wait. So we've got that one and this one going into our basket. So let's go ahead and put them in there. And we are gonna go ahead and get into the bronzers and powders. And let's see, so for bronzers, I am actually gonna choose just one extra bronzer, and it will be the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And for powders, I think I'm gonna do the Becca powder. I am almost done with this powder. It literally, whoa. It literally is almost done. So hopefully I can get some good use out of it this week. So let's go ahead and put it in the basket. Next, let's see, we have what we need for concealers and primers and for foundations. So let's go ahead and get into blush. So let's see what we're gonna use for blush this week. I think I want to use my, no, what do I want to use? I think I want to, I don't know what I want to use, guys. This is gonna be a problem. I think I want to use this Laura Mercier. I actually haven't been grabbing for it recently, and it looks like this. So we'll go ahead and put that in there since I have a dark blush already in there. And then for highlighters, let's see. I have a gold highlighter in there, so I think I'm going to do one of these highlighters from Hourglass. This one is in Rose Gold Flash, and I am going to grab that one. So we'll just do those two. And now we'll go ahead and pick eyeliners. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this one again because that's the one I use on my bottom lashes, the Ofra eyeliner in black. And then I think I'm gonna do the Kat Von D tattoo liner. Whoa, okay, I guess we'll do this one too. And we'll do the Il Maquillage. For brows, we're gonna do the Benefit Gimme Brow. I really like this. I just want to keep reaching for it and playing with it. And then, whoa, why can't I shut this? Oh well, I think it's my mascara underneath. Excuse me for that. And we're gonna do this one as well. And this is my favorite. I use this color all the time. So we'll do that one. So let's go ahead and put this stuff in the basket. Last but not least, I'm going to take this out because I'm pretty sure, yes, this was the culprit. So we have 3 mascaras to choose from, and I am going to pull the Kush mascara. So we'll put the Kush one in there and put those 2 back. And then I actually was made aware of something, and I have this in one of my project pans, and this is the XL Lash Volumizer. It's a booster formula. It's not a mascara. So I'm going to start putting this on at night. So I'm going to grab this and also put it in the basket. And now we're going to take everything in the basket and go ahead and add it to what we have already in the drawer. Okay, so now we have everything laid out in the drawers. We've got all of our eyeshadows up here, including our project pans. Then we have our bronzers, our blush, our highlights, our setting sprays, our lipsticks that are project pan, our powders, our concealers, foundations, and primers. Then we have mascaras and eyelash serum, and then eyeliners and brow products. So I hope we have a really good week. I know it's coming up to Valentine's Day, and nothing except maybe those 2 palettes are really Valentine-y, if that's a word. But I am very anxious to play with these 2 palettes right here because I have not used them quite yet, and I'm still playing around with this. I'm still not good with the formulas and, you know, putting it on and everything, but I'm getting better. So this is what everything looks like in the drawer, and I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, so I really am excited about this next week. I really want to play with that Mandalorian The Child palette. I am anxiously awaiting the day that I get to use it. I might even use it tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I am very happy with the things that I have chosen for this next week. Also, I know that I have a lot of Project Pan items in there, but that is because I have a lot of Project Pan items in general. I'm really hoping to get one of the primers out. I'm really hoping to maybe make some headway in one of those foundations, and then maybe I could bring something else in, but I just really want to focus on some of the items that I have in there for my Project Pan, which is why it's not a usual Shop My Stash, because of my Project Panning this year has gotten kind of blown up. It went from like, I don't know what I'm doing, to 4 projects. I don't know what I did that for, but it's what I did. So gotta live with it. So I hope you enjoyed watching this Shop My Stash. Remember to hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell to get notified of all my future uploads, and remember to stay beautiful.